Well, today should be a fun video, and in fact, you're going to get a behind-the-scenes look at trail cameras, hunting farmer style. Now, I'm out here in the middle of the woods doing some hiking today, and ultimately, I'm looking for the perfect place to hang another trail camera. Now, if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you know I really enjoy trail cameras, and in fact, I upload a Thursday's trail camera highlights every Thursday. For nearly 3.5 years now, I have uploaded that video, a highlights video, every Thursday without missing a single week. Now, I don't say that to toot my own horn, but rather the dedication that I put into trail cameras and to try to find unique spots to make it interesting for myself and for viewers to watch the videos. If you'll see on my Thursday trail camera highlights, I rarely, if ever, use bait for the Thursday trail camera highlight trail cameras. Now, operating trail cameras can be as simple as getting a trail camera, going into your backyard or maybe a local woodlot, finding a tree and strapping a camera to it and see what walks past. The fun of trail cameras is you never know what you're going to capture. As you progress running trail cameras, you might want to find more concentrated areas like game trails, or maybe strive to get a more variety of different wildlife on your trail camera. Now, you might notice I have quite the apparatus on me here today, and that is because my goal today is to be walking through the woods here and to find a hole in a tree and then monitor that hole. Now, my plan is to safely climb up in a tree nearby and hang a trail camera looking almost eye level over at that hole. It always piques my curiosity to see a hole up in a tree and to wonder who all visits that. So I invite you to follow along as we do some hiking, looking for a tree with a hole in it, and then trying to find a tree nearby to climb and to hang my camera in. Let's go see what we can find. Well, I think I found my candidate here. It's a dead old tree, and up there about 15-20 feet high. It's rotted out. It looks like it might be hollow. There's several holes in it. I'm curious, is any animal using this tree to maybe to live in, or what type of birds and woodpeckers will come and visit this tree? I'm going to pick a tree nearby here, climb up that tree, and hang a trail camera pointed over looking at this tree. Let's see how this goes. So here's my quick safety spiel. I have all the climbing sticks, safety harness, climbing ropes to safely get me up there and down. If you would ever attempt to do the same thing, please keep safety first. Know what you're doing, be comfortable with your equipment, and use the correct equipment to get up and get back down safely. No experiment or hanging a trail camera high in the tree is worth putting your life at risk. So if you're going to do this, know how to safely climb and come back down. So the camera's in place, I should have the perfect view. Now the hard part's simply waiting to see if anything's gonna show up and use that tree. Luckily for you, you don't have to wait. I'll start showing you that footage right now. Well, this camera hung up there 20 feet high for over 3 weeks' time. Those were some pretty interesting results, although not at all what I expected. The target tree that this camera was watching produced nearly 0 results. In fact, it was only that one clip that actually had something on that tree, and I could hardly even tell what that was. Do you have any guesses on what that short clip was? To me, it possibly looked like a tree frog, but I'm just not familiar and I've never caught one of those on a trail camera before. So I'm curious to hear what you think that was. I also found it interesting how many different spiders, or as my wife calls them, creepy crawlies, that this camera picked up. It was pretty interesting to see them 20 feet high. Another interesting result was this camera picked up quite a number of deer that were walking, and remember, they were 20 feet below this camera, but the PIR sensor picked them up, so I had quite a few different clips of deer walking past this camera, although this camera was mounted that high up in a tree. Well, hopefully you enjoyed these videos. It was definitely a unique view that you don't get to see every day. It's a little behind the scenes of what goes into finding a great spot. Now this one turned out totally different than I thought it would, but when you put a trail camera out, you just never know what you're going to capture. So again, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section if you have any guesses on what that short clip was. I also want to encourage you to check out my Thursday trail camera highlights. There's a new highlight reel every Thursday, so you're going to want to check that out. I also want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.